Okay, again, I'm going to open up my my templates that I was making. Remember these last class, right? And so if I was going to make a prototype using a program like Muse, I'm basically, how I'm going to do it is not by linking like you saw when I remade this in the Experience Designer. I was linking like a button that goes from here to here. Remember seeing that last class, right? Well, with Muse, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flatten this and save it, and flatten this and save it. And then what I would use the program is I would put an invisible box over where the button would be, and then have that invisible box linked to the new screen. And it can do transition, you can do the slide and the examples like you saw in the Experience Designer, but instead of having to grab the pieces and linking them like a button would be, you just put an invisible box over top. This is the easiest way I found. And then link that invisible box to the new screen and so on. So you're basically putting invisible boxes over where the person would be touching with their finger in a prototype. Okay, so like I said, the first thing I'm going to do is export out each one of my artboards.
Which format it's supposed to be?
It could be a PNG or JPEG. I'm going to export out each one of these as individual. How I'm going to do that is by using my layers window, kind of like I was doing last class. Remember, I was exporting out things out of the layers window here. So my first one is called Summer Design. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to right click on it and say export as PNG. So what that'll do is it'll export everything that's within that folder that I have here. So right in the layer window, Now I don't know if it's on the version that you have in front of you. I have a newer version of Photoshop. But believe me, in the spring semester we'll have all the latest software on these computers. I've already, and some new stuff. So again, I'm right clicking in the layers window on the folder for all the artwork that's in here, and I'm exporting out as PNG. And I'm just gonna throw it on my desktop for right now. Okay, throws it on the desktop. Same with this one, the winter design. This one, I'm gonna right click on there, export as PNG, and export that out. And then same with this one, the fall one here. Right click on there and export. Yeah, this is gonna. I'm making 3 PNG files. Yes.
So people that don't have the version you have, make these separate, right? Separate pages individually.
You would just save whatever files you have individually. Yes.
Okay, and then you can tie together somehow with this new or something.
Yes. Yeah. So whatever, if you have an older version of Photoshop and you have only one artboard, save that one artboard. Okay, because if I had an older version of Photoshop, this would be one file probably. This would be one file, right? And this would be another file. There'd all be 3 separate files. I'd just save them all as JPEG or PNG. What you're looking for is you're looking to have 3 different pieces of artwork. I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so next I'm going to use this program called Muse to link them together. Again, you can download Muse from the Adobe Creative Suite. How Muse works is it kind of works like InDesign, where you have a master, okay, and that master is kind of like a graphic that has artwork that would be on every page, right? Just like InDesign, you have a master, and that master dictates how the page looks, right? Muse is very similar, but of course it's made for web design, so you could make a master kind of page which would have your background, your logo, and whatever on it, and that something's going to be on every page, and then just change the content on each page. So that's sort of, it's kind of, the concept is like InDesign almost. To start with Muse, I'm just going to make a new file, new site, because it's a website. Now by default, it thinks you're making a, making a responsive website. Okay, so this program is traditionally made to make websites, and it's kind of gives you some options for planning a responsive website. The reason why is, of course, you would have a fluid layout, which means that the screen would, of course, shrink and grow according to that, as well as what size it is. Since I'm using a what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look at my, hold on, I'm going to hit cancel here for a moment. I'm going to look at my artwork and find out how big it is. I forgot how big it was. It's 180 pixels across. Okay, yeah, that's right. I made 180 pixels by 920 because I was using the Android size. Do you remember? I think I was using the Android or iPhone 6 size, right? So 180 by 1920. So in Muse, I'm going to make a window that's 180 pixels wide. You could also give it a height if you wanted to. You don't necessarily need to, and you can hit OK. Again, this works kind of like InDesign. You have a master here, and then you have your pages. Now, the master I'm not going to even worry about right now. I'm not even going to deal with the master because I'm making a prototype. Again, all I want to have is 3 screens, and I want to have them all linked together because I'm making a prototype. So to do that, I'm going to click on my home screen. You can name it if you want. You could say this is my first screen if I want. First screen. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's just a blank window. If I double click on it, it opens up in the Muse application. In this case, I'm just going to bring in my first screen and place it in here by using the file place, and I'm going to choose my first screen. I think it was my winter screen. What did I have? Oh, I'm on desktop. I have winter design, fall design, and summer design. Which one was my first one? Summer design, I think, was my first one. And so then I can, once I place it in here, I can drag it, and it can fill the whole screen. So here it is. I have one screen made, basically. Don't worry, we'll put the invisible buttons in a minute. Let me put all 3 screens in, and then we'll link them all together. Okay, so I have one. When I'm done with that, I can actually close it. Okay, I have one done. Now let me save this before it crashes. This is prototype. Okay, to make another screen, I can right click. No, I can't right click. Oh, I thought you could. How about we say page, new top level page. So it's under page, add new top level page. That gives you a new page. Here it is. I can call it first screen, and what's the next one? Winter? Was it? No. It's fall. No, I think it was winter. I don't know, we'll call it winter screen. And then again, I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to bring in my winter screen by using file place. And here's my winter design. And again, I'm going to drag that so it fits the whole screen. Uh-oh, come on, give me. There we go. Okay, so that one is done. Again, I have 2 screens now. Let's make one more last page. I'm going to add new top level page. This was, I got first screen, winter screen, and fall screen. And then I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to bring in my file place, and I believe I have my fall design. There it is. Oh, give me a break. Come on. There we go. Okay. So here we go. So I have 3 different screens, okay, and now I'm going to link them together. And I believe you can have a transition in between if I can remember how to do the transition. And so again, how I do a prototype in this program is by putting invisible buttons for linking from one to the other. Okay, now you could have separate graphics in here and then have that link if you want to. I just found it easier to not even have to deal with that. Save it all as one file and then just make an invisible button. I found easiest. So here we go. Let's say on the first screen, this is the first screen they're going to go to in there. I'm going to make when they hit, oh, I guess we don't have anything to hit, do we? Well, we could make something if we want. How about if we just have them touch the temperature button and it goes to the second one? How about that? So if they click here or touch it with their finger on the temperature, it'll go to the next screen. How I'm going to do that is by clicking here is a rectangle frame tool, right? It's just basically a rectangle frame tool, and I'm going to just draw a box over top of the area where you want the action to take place. When you're done doing that, you want to link it. To link it to the next screen, up here at the very top is where it says hyperlinks right here. See where it says hyperlinks right here? I can click on there and I can choose where I want it to go, and I believe I was going to the winter screen. So it's right up here. It's a pull-down menu. So I drew a box, an invisible box, over the area where you want the navigation to take place, and I'm going to just have it go to the winter screen. Right? Now I have to open the winter screen. Let me close this. Now I have to open the winter screen. And how do we get back? Oh, let me close this. Let's say they click on this thing to go back to the first screen. Again, I'm just going to use this little box making tool. I'm going to draw a little invisible box over where I want the person to, touch or click or whatever. I go up here to where it says hyperlink, and I want it to go back to my first screen, right? So boom, it goes back to the first screen. To do the transition, I think I have to remember there is a way to do the simulation of the cell phone transition. I just got to remember. Let me first finish linking, then I'll remember that. Okay, so this will go back to the first screen. Of course, how do we get to this screen? We want to get to the fall screen, and then from the fall back. Maybe in the winter screen, they click on what? Oh, well, we can make our own button. How about we make one here? I'm going to draw a little box, give it some color. Ooh, blue, there we go. Put some text in there. Send me an email. How about that? Oops, too big. There you go. Send me email? I don't know. Whatever. So I could link this to it, or again, you can put an invisible box, just like you do, over top of anything. And then over here where it says add a link right here, I can go to my fall screen, which is my email people, right? Yep. So then again, and this is all it is, invisible box, and the linking is here. And then let's go and close that, and then here's my fall screen, and if I want to go back to the home page, let's say they click on this fabulous photo of me here, I could draw an invisible box over that, and then I can have it go back to first screen. There you go. So wherever, it's so easy, you just draw an invisible box and there. So how do I test it? So when you're done doing all that, these are all linked together. You can go over here to Preview, right here, Preview in the program, and it should launch a, and it's too big right now. Woo. Is there a way do I shrink this down? I don't know. Is there a way to shrink it down? I don't know. There's a way. View, object, window, arrange, reset panels, prototype, no. It'd be nice if I could fit everything in the visible area. Maybe on a big screen it probably fits nice, whatever. But again, remember the click is on here, right? If I click on there, it should go to the next screen. If I want to go back, I remember I put an invisible button here, goes back, there, back. And then I made a button here, oh, not on this one, on this one. And then this one goes to this page, and then this goes back to the home page. So again, a very simple program, and it's not very nice like this. I wish I could, maybe if we publish, no, publishing, preview. Be nice if I could scale this down. Design mode, plan mode. I would love to see it all on one screen.
Minimize.
Where do you see it minimize?
Orange.
Orange?
Orange.
No, that goes away. Well, if you want, basically it's writing HTML code. So if you go underneath the File, Save Site, I'm going to save it first, and then File, Preview in Browser. How about that? Still, well, at least in the browser I can shrink it down. There we go. And then here we go. Click there, back, there, 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 there. So you can make a nice simple prototype. I just need to remember how to do the transitions. I know there's transitions in this program. Let me see if I can remember how to do that. So you can get the simulation of the wipe, right? Like you would on a cell phone, right? Let's see. So here is my button. Let me close the preview here. Let me see. I know there's a way to do the transition. So here's the button that goes to the second screen. Transitions. Effects, maybe. Let me see. State, swatch, spacing, scrolling, scroll effects. Scroll effects. Maybe your scroll effects, your break point must be fixed with. No. Transform. No. Effects. We already looked at that. No. Well, I don't know. There is a way to do transitions. I know there is. I just can't remember how to do it. It's got to be one of these options in here. It's okay. But you get an idea. You can simply, easily make a prototype in this program and preview it in a browser. And you can have somebody test your application in the browser and on a phone probably too. Now if you want to see what your layout is going to look on the phone, you can actually preview from Photoshop to your phone. Has anybody tried that before? No, you can preview from Photoshop to your phone. Okay, here, I'll do it right now. That way you can see it on your phone. To preview your layouts on your phone, you use Photoshop. You can go and choose the layer you want. If you have multiple screens like I have here, multiple artboards, and then underneath the extension, hold on, if I can remember how to do it here, hold on. I've done it here. It's under File. Got it to work. Hold on. Let me pause my video for a moment so we don't. Okay, so it was under Window Device Preview. Okay, so it's a pop-up window, and then you check for your devices, because this is Wi-Fi, and it's going to look for your phone. You can use a USB or you can do Wi-Fi. Check for device. Connect your device and computer to the same Wi-Fi. Oh, I can't do it. The Wi-Fi doesn't work in this room. How about we use USB? Oh, I didn't bring my Mac connection. Shit. This does work though. What's that? No, my phone and the computer are on different Wi-Fi network. This Wi-Fi doesn't work in this room unless You guys have the Wi-Fi working here?
Works on my phone.
The Wi-Fi's working? Well, how come it never works on my... Okay, let's try that. Okay, I'm on the West Valley Wi-Fi, and my phone is not on the... Hold on. Let me connect my phone to the West Valley Wi-Fi.
However, yeah, the West Valley computers can't connect to Wi-Fi though.
What's that?
The West Valley, these computers can't connect
Oh.
to Wi-Fi.
Hold on, let me try. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So my phone is connected to the West Valley Wi-Fi. My computer is connected to the West Valley Wi-Fi. Let's see again if we can get it to go. No. No devices. Please check the following. I was able to get it to work in my office. Anybody have an iPhone cable? Can I borrow it? Wow, that's a long one. Is that really an iPhone cable?
Yeah.
Wow. I think you can do it also using your wire. Right? You plug it into USB. And let me try that. No. I did get this to work. You have to have the app on your phone. That's the problem. Now I'm understanding what the problem is. You have to install the app. It's called Adobe Preview, so you can download that off of the Apple store. Okay, it's called Adobe Preview. Start the app. That was my mistake. I start the app and then try it. There we go. So now it recognizes my phone. Probably would have done it, and so you can see the artwork already. See it on my phone. Okay, so you can look, and it shows you the artboard that you have selected, right? You want to see the next artboard? You can select the next artboard, and then I think click on. Oh, here we go. Refresh. And no, it's not showing me the new one. Oh, come on. No. Oh, now it's not finding it. It did find it earlier. No. No. Maybe I need to relaunch the application here. No. Yes? Maybe?
What happens if you just touch the link spot that you made?
It's not interactive. This is just a way of previewing. But it is possible. Okay, so let me stop